Welcome back to Primavera Essential. On the previous clip, we have seen the look and feel of the software, and now we are ready to create our first project. Let's go to P6 to see how we can do it.
Here we are. On this panel, the top left one, right-click and select Add. And Primavera shows us this panel, which is the wizard that will drive us along the creation of the project. Keep in mind that even after the project creation, you can change the data that we are going to insert. The first thing that Primavera asks is to select the EPS, which stands for Enterprise Project Structure. It means the hierarchical breakdown that we use to organize our portfolio. If you click on the three dots, you can see the EPS, which might correspond to the different type of projects or maybe the location of the project. If we are working on a construction company, we can imagine to create one node for hospital, one for school, and one for private building. In my example, I don't need to add specific node, so we maintain this selection, and I click on Next. Then Primavera asks the ID and the name of the project, and I insert P01 Building Expansion. Follow me on this. Remember that the ID is unique, while the name is not. Let's click Next, and here we have the very first important information: the project planned start and the must finish by. Start date can be today or can be in the future or even in the past. Since we are in a planning phase, I suppose that usually the project plan start should be in the future. In my example, I click on the three dots and select 2026 January the 12th. So it will be the 12th of January of 2026. The second date is the must finish by. Think like the must finish by is the contractual finish date. Seems strange, but this field is not mandatory on P6. Consider that it has an impact on the critical path of P6, so the sequence of tasks which determine the finish date of the project, and we will return on this matter on one of the last clips. For now, let's set up that the must finish by is, let's click the three dots, let's click the month, then let's go to 2026, select October, and then I select the 9th. I must underline that this is intended as the midnight, since here we see the 0000, is the midnight between 08 and 09 of October. So basically the activities must be finished on the 8th of October to satisfy this condition. I click Select, and here we find the must finish by date. Then I click Next. On this window we can leave as it is and click Next. And we can do the same also for this one, so click Next. And Primavera told us, congratulations, we have created our first project. Let's click Finish, and here we can see it. Just some last note. On the below panel, we can see, and in case modify, the data of our project. I suggest in particular to check the following tabs. On the tab Dates, we can find the project plan start and the must finish by, and it is mandatory at this stage that the data date is equal to the start date. So in case it's not, be sure to align this date with the planned start. The second one is the default tab, and here I underline that I'm using the default calendar of Primavera, which is a 5-day work week. Okay? Great! So we have now completed the creation of the first project and we are ready to proceed with the WBS. See you in the next video.